Hi Richard, I'm going to do another review on another RCA camcorder from the same from 1989. I think the one I had before was 1988 or 89, I don't know which. Right now I'm going to try to show you the big case. It's heavy. This is the case that the full-size one came into. This is the original RCA case. It does have a lock, but I don't have a key. Right now I'm trying to open it up and review it. This is the camera itself. I'm going to put the viewfinder on, which requires a screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver, small one, to put the viewfinder on. I should have done that before I started the video, but I forgot you had to do that. The screw is small. That's a little screwdriver it takes to use it. Now, to show you how to hook it up before I put the battery pack, put the power supply on. It has this connector on it, and you hook it up to this little port here. The futures, and also I'll show you the futures of it. We hook up the power supply. Before I do that, I'll show you the futures, because the power supply is kind of big and heavy. First I'll show you what the battery looks like. This is the original battery. This is somebody bought this replacement pack, which you see is bigger. This is an extended hour battery. The battery, the camera has the same receptacle as this. The battery on this machine goes on like that. Then, to take it off, you lift it up. To charge, install the battery pack. Yeah, make sure it's on there. And then press this button to start the charger, because this one does not automatically start the charger when you install the battery. We plug in the power supply. Now, this camera does have manual zoom, manual focus capabilities. Little button my finger's on. This is manual iris. This is the review button, and this is the autofocus initialization button. This is the manual override for the autofocus. This is a high-speed shutter, which you turn on by flipping this switch this way, and once with 2, 3, and 4 in normal. And you put this back to normal, it automatically switches it back. This is how you type in your date and time stamp. This is your macro mode button. which does the same thing as the previous one. However, this plastic piece is fixed, so it doesn't move. How you set your display and reset for your display, like a counter. It displays your timestamp and your counter. Once for display, twice for counter. This is your VCR controls, which you have play, rewind, and fast forward, and pause. And of course you have the power button for your camera, your playback switch, and your eject button. This viewfinder does come off. You saw me put it on, and I'll show you later on taking it off. This unplugs with this big plug. When you pull that off, it unplugs. To operate, this is going to act as a battery pack because the battery pack is dead, being the age of it. You install, there's no indicator lights to tell you it's on, unfortunately. You install it, and it clips on, and it locks. Remove the cap. Clip it on the strap, that way it don't flop around. Put your hand like that. And like so. And activate the top button. Be careful which button you're activating. And you have an image. You can see it's on, it's working. It is turned on, as you can probably see. It has a microphone here. And an external button. Does have an external microphone you can connect to this machine. And it has external earpiece. We'll turn it off, make it easier for me. And then we'll take the power supply off, which I'm going to tell you how to do. Little button on the side, you put it down, and you lift up on the pack at the same time to release. Note when you do, before you install the battery pack, make sure this door is up. But you can plug in a 12-volt adapter here. As if all three of the cameras I showed you, you can do the same thing with them. Anyway, put the cap on because we'll get dust in it. This is your tracking button here, and your ear button here, earphone button, and your AV jack, which you can use. These cables that came with your original camera if you have one. If you have an RCA camera like I showed you before, you can use these. These work with all RCA cameras up to this model, until they started putting RCA jacks on the camera itself to make it easier for people. You put it in the same way you put it in as the other one. The RF adapter has the same plug and it does work the same way. The record button is located in the same spot on all RCA cameras. As with all cameras, it does have a little place you can actually put a tripod onto. And it has a place you can put a strap on top and bottom. Has a handle, as you can see. Has a accessory shoe that you can put a light on, which most people do. This little window here is for the autofocus. Has all of these cameras that these ever had. This little panel removes to, I guess, adjust the parameters of the camera. I don't mess with that part. This viewfinder has underneath a brightness and a focus control. And this gets the lens closer and backwards. As you can see, the boot's broken on mine because rotted off with age. Well, now I'm going to show you some ejecting action. First you gotta install the power supply. Then you push the red button, red for eject, and it ejects like so. See that again. Then you push it in gently with hands and it locks. That was the review of the RCA. Solid state, it has solid state image sensor like with all of them have. And it has macro control. It has high speed shutter. And it has a timestamp. And it has a built-in VCR. You can watch videotapes by hooking up to your TV. You can watch videotapes that you have available. You can use this as a VCR or a VCP, excuse me, which is a video player. You cannot use it as a VCR because it does not have the capability of recording through the inputs, to the outputs. It doesn't have inputs. It's a nice camera, and this has been the review of the RCA VHC camcorder from 1990, I believe. Let me say it online. So it looks like all together. So I'll see you later, and I will do another review of another electronic item at a future time. Bye.